Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, my goal is to motivate, inspire, and encourage you to live your best life to the fullest. For those that are tuning in for the first time, I'd like to say welcome to you, and please consider joining my YouTube family here. And for those that are returning, I'd like to say thank you so much. As you notice in the title, this particular video, it's about 7 early morning habits to success. 7 early morning habits to success. And what I want to do is just kind of go through them and hoping, that something inspires you. I will say that it has really blessed and helped me as I did research, and it's changing my life, my way of thinking. And so I'm praying that it will be a blessing to you as well. So at this time, without further ado, we are going to get started. One of the things that I find out with doing getting up early is that it afforded me some extra time that I was not able to create, because they're all given the same 24 hours in a day, but sometimes it seems like there's just not enough time. So after I started getting up early, I started noticing that some things I was able to accomplish a little bit more than I would normally do. So then I wanted to get up earlier and earlier. So that's what started my early morning routine. But anyway, one of the first tips that I started, and one of the first tips for this 7 habits of success is gratitude. I wake up now, and I've been doing this for a good while, just with a spirit of gratitude. It's so easy. The easy way out is to complain about everything. This ain't right, that ain't right, But it also has a negative effect on your thinking when you're always in that complaining mode. I found out when I started getting up, just being grateful, just being thankful about today and what God is doing and what's happening in my life, and not allowing yesterday's memories of yesterday to roll over into my today. I found out that I began to feel better, mentally. That mental space is so important. And that's where the enemy fights us, the idle mind and stuff like that. So not allowing yesterday's memories to roll over in today. And also just being able to write down 2 or 3 things each and every day. What am I grateful for? And I try to write something different every day. Maybe I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful, for my family. I'm grateful that I ate right on yesterday or whatever. It doesn't have to be nothing big. Just writing down things that you're grateful and thankful for. And in doing that, it helps to, get your mind into that gear, becomes a habit of just being grateful for a lot of things. Second thing, number 2, is meditate. I'm not one to get into deep meditation or nothing like that, but the word says, I think it's in Joshua 1:8, that we meditate in that word day and night, and you will find good success. Now I'm just paraphrasing it, but I'm learning to meditate on the word, recharging my spirit, because what I found out, the best time is early mornings. And why is that? Because our minds are free, our spirit is fresh, and our bodies are rested. You get up clear, it's quiet. The cloudiness and busyness of the day has not started. And because of that, you have that time before anything starts, to get started on your day and to recharge your spirit. Okay, in doing that, what I started doing is create a place that's going to be convenient for you, just to spend that alone time with the Lord. It may be your kitchen table, maybe your bathroom, maybe your bedroom, maybe your living room, wherever that you're most comfortable with, and just take that time to spend that alone time with the Lord. We can't do the work God called us to do if we're not spending time with Him, because we can't hear Him. Any type of relationship, you have to work at it. Mother, daughter, husband, wife, parents, children, you have to work at a relationship to get a relationship there. And in doing that, we have to spend time. Okay? Doing life out of your own power. We need God to strengthen us, because if not, we're going to grow weary. Our minds and our bodies wasn't meant to take all of that. So the Bible does say in Galatians 6:9, to be not weary in well doing, for we shall reap if we faint not. So we have to remember that we can't do it on our own, that we need His help. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3 is to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. I have always been blessed to be in places where I think I was in like Mary Kay years ago, Amway and stuff like that. What they say to do your affirmations, talk to yourself, and we were talking in the mirror to ourselves and stuff like that. And I didn't realize until as I got older and began to study more in the Word that these positive affirmations really does have a positive effect on your life, on your spirit as well. The Word does say to be not to speak those things that be not as though they are. So we have to learn to speak things into ourselves. In the beginning, as I was speaking things, I didn't always feel it. When things were happening, health-wise, I just began to speak healing, healing, healing. Just began to speak scriptures that was dealing with my particular situation. And although I didn't always feel it, the more and more I prayed it and the more I spoke it, the more I felt it. And when I began to actually feel it in my spirit that I knew that I knew that I had the victory over that particular situation, that's when things began to change. So sometimes, even if you don't feel it, begin to speak it. Begin to speak it. Also, and I think it's in Habakkuk, it says, write the vision and make it plain. We have to write, we have to speak things. And in our mind, know that it's going to change. And in the box below, description box, I will leave, affirmation that you can read over yourself, early mornings. And I want to say this too, early mornings are so important because early mornings as we arise, before everything gets busy, before, the world steps into our world, we have that, we can kind of take charge of our day, take charge of our mind. That's the time when we're praying and setting our goals and our plans into action. Number 4, learn to grow every day. And what I found out is that if you take 1% of your day, one little percent, to plan 99% of your day. And as we heard before, that if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. And a person without vision, we have to have that vision. God created us to be visionaries. God created us to plan stuff, And whatever you feel that your purpose and destiny is for your life, God is calling you to do, whatever talents and gifts that you have, allow that. You have to plan for that. Start doing some planning and stuff like that. Because if we don't, we won't achieve the things that God has created us to do. We have to know where we're going, because you'll go anywhere, just floating along. If we don't plan, you'll be somewhere that you didn't plan to be if you don't plan. So that's why it's so important to plan. When I'm saying goals, your personal goals, we all should have our personal goals, our spiritual goals, our family goals, our physical goals. And then, goals even with our social life. What is it you want to do? Your free time. I have a goal of, let's say, of reading 1 book a month. And the Bible, of course, is one of my most important books. But, any type of inspirational books that's going to inspire you, encourage you, or motivate you. These are books, that we should be reading to better ourselves. There's something that says we can't grow without a struggle. And we have to realize that once we set a goal or once we set a plan into action, it's not going to come without a struggle. It'll be nice if it did, but it's not going to come without a struggle. So we have to prepare for the struggle, even though we don't expect it. And we're not going to grow resistance without resilience. So we can't grow and be stronger if there's no struggle for us to fight to get stronger. We can't grow resistance. How can you resist something if you're never fighting? So resilience is going to come. And we have to realize that you have to see yourself beyond where you are now, and take time every day to work on yourself, work on your physical being, work on your mental being, work on being the best that we can be every day, because we realize that tomorrow is not promised to us. And because of that, let's live each day, the best that we can, the best that we can live, enjoying your life to the fullest. That's what this channel is all about. When you see me doing DIYs, things that I'm enjoying, but I'm saving money here, or enjoying my family, enjoying my time, enjoying, my self-care, my self-love, and being able to be a blessing to others and help others um, in more ways than one. And just doing what I feel that God has called me to do. I'm enjoying this season that I'm in. And not to say that everything is, perfect or anything like that, because it's not. And what we have to realize that whatever season we in, we can enjoy it. Even though it may not be the perfect season or a season that we would like it to be. But if we stop complaining, enjoy the journey that you're on. And while you're on it, continue to plan and don't allow things to steal your dream and steal your purpose. All right? Now, I believe that was number 4. Now we're going on to number 5. Number 5, stop looking back. Stop doing that. Stop looking back. The best part of your life is ahead of you. And many times we begin to look back thinking that the best time of our life, I'm just going to straighten this up, that the best time of our life is over with. It is not, that's not true. It's only true if we believe that. So as we get, as you get older, we have to stop looking in the rearview mirror. We're looking in the rearview mirror as if our memories of our past is better than what's ahead of us. And I declare and decree every day that my best life, my best years is yet to come. And this is what I'm speaking over each and every one of you, that your best years are yet to come. You may not be as mobile, may not be able to do as much, as you did back then, but look how much smarter you are. Look how much more wisdom you have. Look how much more maturity you have. So because of that, there's things left that we yet can still do. We can enjoy life better than someone that has not experienced life, because we experience and we experience some things, and we know the ups and downs and how to avoid some of the pitfalls. And that's our job as Christians, to be able to share and help others through that same situation. This necklaces keep coming down. So the process of all that, it just lets you know that your better years are ahead of us, and we have to believe that and stop looking back. Know that you are created to do amazing, amazing things. Each one of us, God has planted within inside of us gifts and talents. And no one is alike like someone else. We all have our individual gifts and talents. So whatever that be, knowing that you were created to do amazing things. And we were all created on this earth to make a difference. Now, what difference are you going to make? And allow the Lord to speak to you. So, in other words, go to the mirror and look through look in the mirror and begin to speak positive affirmations over yourself. Things that I know God made me to be all that He created me above only, not beneath. He created me to be a winner, and I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So begin to speak those things. As I put those in the description box below, begin to speak those things over your life on a daily basis. These are things that are habit forming. They say if you do anything for, I believe it's 30 days, could be 20, but I believe it's 30 days, it becomes a habit. So what we want to do is kind of get rid of the bad habits and start infiltrating some good habits into our life. Things that are going to help us to be successful, not just money-wise or nothing like that, but just overall, where we're feeling good, our mindset is good, and we're not where we used to be. All right? Number 6, you are enough. You are created with everything within you to be great. As that commercial says, I don't know if it's Prego or Ragu is in there. I think it's Prego. Well, He put it all in there. It's in there. So when oppositions come, we're enough. We need to stop comparing ourselves to other people, or stop saying what we don't have. Well, they got this. Well, they got a husband. Well, she got a husband, so it's easy for her. Or, stop stop saying that you're not enough. God has created us to be enough. And never allow yourself to think small of yourself. Because God has made each one of us unique and amazing. He did not make no mistakes. So stop thinking small of ourselves. Okay? Remove your own negative thoughts. And, all of us have many of those. Bad habits from your mind. Just expelling, decluttering all this stuff that's been in there. Some of it's been affected, through our childhood. Things that people have spoken over us has said to us, you'll never amount to nothing, or just look at you, or whatever, and it's had a impact on the way we think about ourselves. So we have to know that we are enough. Empty out all the guilt, all the worries, all the discouragement, all the offenses, and all of the negative thoughts. Empty all that stuff out. And then begin to replace it with positive thinking. What does God say about you? Not necessarily what man thinks. All right? Going kind of fast, and I'm trying to shorten my videos. Okay? Number 7, which is the last one. Get rid of excuses. All excuses, as I say many times, have been nailed to the cross. Stop lying in bed hoping that things are going to change. You know how you just lay down in bed, and thinking about this, if I only had this, if I only had... Things are not going to change unless you change them. Lying in bed hoping and wishing is just wishful thinking. There's something, I don't know who said this, but if you keep doing the things the same way, why are we expecting different results? We are not going to get different results unless we start changing what we're doing. So, say for instance, if it's just eating wrong and you know that, you have health issues, then start eating right. I know with me, I had to ask the Lord to give me an appetite for the things that are good and take away the appetite for things that I don't need. And believe me, that has helped me a lot because I have to watch my sweet intake, and sweets was always one of my passions. I never thought I'd be able to do that. But with the help of the Lord, I'm eating better, so I'm feeling better. And the pandemic, for instance, has not been a bad thing for me. And actually, it turned out to be the best thing. I'm not saying, that people have died or nothing like that. I'm just talking about me personally. What have I gotten out of this? Well, I'm cooking all the time. I was always cooking, but I'm cooking more. We haven't been to a restaurant in a couple of years. I'm about a year, a little over a year. I think we went twice. So I cook and it's caused me to watch when I'm, more careful what I'm putting in my food and stuff like that. And I'm more careful what I'm putting in my bodies. I've saved tons of money because I'm not out spending, like I would normally do or anything. Being at home has really, instead of being a negative, it has really helped me because I tried to see something good in everything. So even though there's times I got tired of staying, in the house or whatever, but I found things to do and things that I didn't think I could do, So this is what I mean by turning something negative into something positive and realizing that we have to fight for our dreams. Whatever our dreams are, we have to fight for them. We have to do something different to get different results. What do? I pray a lot more than I used to. Not that I didn't pray. I prayed before, but I pray more, because I'm depending on Him. I know it's not in my own, but it's caused me to pray more, which is another positive. Okay? We have to realize, too, that every denial, every delay does not mean a denial. So just because things did not work out, it doesn't mean that it's denied and you'll never have it. Sometimes you're not ready for it. And at other times, you just have to work a little harder. It's not the right time. There's times and seasons in our life for everything. So we have to trust God. We have to trust the journey that we're on and be able to accept that. The positive thing in that, okay, if I'm not ready for it, I'm going to keep working and working and working. It didn't work out this time, so it's going to work out next time. I'm not giving up because I feel in my heart that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I'm going to have. So I'm going to go forth with that. And that's the attitude that we have to know, because delayed, just because it's been delayed a little, it does not mean denial. If I had given up on the 7 or 8 months I think it took us to get in this house, we wouldn't be here today, And God just turned everything around. I'm going to share my testimony on that one of these days. By the way, if you'd like to hear that testimony, let me know, and I'll share that with you. That will be on the finances. But God, we can't just give up. We can't give up on ourselves. We can't give up on our dreams. We can't give up on our families, So just learning that in all of this, that we got to get rid of all the excuses. You can live a better quality of life. You are better today than you were yesterday. Each day we're supposed to get wiser. Each day we're supposed to learn something. Try to learn something throughout the day. What is it that I learned today? It doesn't have to be nothing huge. Sometimes it's one of those aha moments, and other times it's like, wow, I didn't know that. I'm going to try that, try to learn something that can better you. And as you begin to better yourself, you can be able to have a better influence on someone else and help to encourage them to better their life or be able to bless them in one way or another. All right, so those are the 7 early morning habits of success. And I can say that it's truly working for me all around. And plus, some of it I did research on, and then I started applying it to my life. Most of it I did research on. And I just wanted to bring out a video to kind of share it with you. As spring is coming, and I'm still working on myself physically, just trying to, shape up and lose a few more pounds here or there. Most important, just be healthier. So we're going to be bringing more videos and a healthy lifestyle on what we're doing and whatever. Well, coming to the close of the video, and I just like to say thank you to each and every one of you that have viewed it in its entirety. I pray that it has been encouragement, a blessing to you, and I hope that you're going to go on this with me as well, as it's working for me, which is why I'm sharing it for you. The early morning 7 habits of success. And remember, just starting it up is not the hardest part. And once you get started, just go ahead with it. I just want to bring everybody along with me. At this time, if you're new to this channel, or either if you have viewed my channel before and never subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Come on and just be a part of my YouTube family here. And for those that are returning, or anyone, give me a thumbs up if you liked it, okay? Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know some of the things that kind of hit you, or things that if you want to go along with me, just say I'm in, or whatever, and feel free to share. This may not be for you, and it's okay. If you feel that this is not for you, someone that it could be a blessing to, go ahead and share this video with someone else, that they'll be able to, be benefited by it. It's not a problem. All right, so at this time, I'm just saying bye for now. Stay blessed, and I pray that you'll be living your life, your best life, to the fullest. Your better days are ahead of you. God bless you all.